Right everyone, it's Tuesday, kinda the middle of the week, and hallelujah, we've got a game to look forward to this week. Remember those old times when we would have 2 games a week? Well, they are coming back and it starts here. Tomorrow night, Ange Postecoglou takes his Celtic team way up north, all that way up north to Dingwall, where we're taking on Ross County in the Premier Sports Cup, to give it its official name, quarter-final. We are going to chat about that game, do predicted 11, all of that normal kind of stuff. But first, to start this video, just after the intro, we are going to hear from Sead Haksabanovic, who spoke to me and the rest of Celtic fan media yesterday. So many of the new signings, when they've come to Celtic, have spoken about the phone call that they have with Ange Postecoglou. How did you feel after that phone call?
I felt very good. It was a good phone call, and we didn't need so many minutes to connect, and after that I just felt that, come on, let's do it now, let's fly now. So yeah, I was only looking forward to it.
Good luck.
Thank you, mate.
Just wanted to ask, the manager talks about how keen you were to join the club. I just wondered, what was the main attraction of Celtic? What was it that made you so keen to come and join us?
There's a lot of things, like the supporters, Champions League, and the way we play. I think that it suits me, so I'm very happy to be here.
Hi, Sead.
Hello.
One thing that we do know about Ange is he likes a player who can play across a number of positions, which is something I think that you can do. But where on the pitch do you think that you have the biggest impact from? That's your sort of preferred position?
I would say a left winger or as a number 10.
So you would have seen the result yesterday.
Yeah.
A huge win for Celtic. All front three players contributing to quite a lot of goals and assists, players that would play in your position.
Yeah.
So how do you come in and improve a team that's just won 9-0 with all three of the forward players contributing to so many goals?
I would just come in and score 4 goals. I'm just but it's it's a big challenge for me to take a place, but I'm here for it. I'm here to give 110% for every training, for every game, for me and for the team. So I'm just looking forward to get started and to start playing games, and then by playing more games I can show myself.
You've been in the building a few days now, so I'm just wondering your first impressions of the club.
Great club, and the training ground is very good. I'm very happy to be at a club like this. I haven't experienced a home game yet, but I've seen it on the TV. So I'm looking forward, to that, to either be on the stands or to be on the pitch. But I'm just looking forward, for that.
I see. Just on that point about the atmosphere, the next 2 games we'll play the Rangers, then Real Madrid. So how much excitement do you have, and is it in the dressing room for these 2 games?
I haven't heard so much about the next week's game. We are mostly speaking about this one who comes now, but we all know it's 2 big games, and it's gonna be a great atmosphere here. So I think we're all looking forward to it, but we are mostly focusing on this one on Wednesday.
You played previously with Karel Starfelt at Rubin Kazan.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any conversations prior to joining Celtic with Karel about what it's like his impressions of the club, and give you any insight as to what it would be if he came and signed for Celtic?
Yeah, he heard about me maybe coming, so he wrote to me. I was trying to keep it low key, so I didn't tell him too much. But yeah, I did ask him about the club, and he only said good things about the staff, about the supporters, about the players. So he only made it easier for me to come here.
You've had quite a few clubs in your career so far, but you feel that Celtic's the place for you to make your mark now?
Yeah, I would say so. I haven't been, I haven't been so lucky in my previous clubs. But I know what I can do, and hopefully I can prove myself here and make my mark. Yes.
Hi Sead, obviously you signed the same day as the Champions League draw. How excited are you to participate in the Champions League, and what game are you looking forward to the most?
Of course, it's against Real Madrid. Hopefully the manager, can pick me in the squad, and so I can be around and maybe play some minutes. But after yesterday, it's gonna be very hard. But yeah, I'm looking forward, to every game, and to be playing at home here in the Champions League is gonna be really good.
At the age of 18, you made a big jump to English football and you signed for West Ham. Now, you weren't afforded much game time in your return for another excellent spell in Sweden. But that experience in English football, do you think, whilst it wasn't ideal, it benefited you and helped you progress as a player?
Yeah, 100%. I would say it helped me as a player, but also as a person, because I went through a bad experience, when I was so young, and that only made me stronger as a person. And as a player, I played, I trained every day with the first team and everything, so that helped me as well. Yeah.
So yes, the West Ham experience is hopefully going to play to his advantage going forward. And yeah, I mean, quite a confident guy, I would say. Some of his answers pretty short. I've not really got a problem with that. But I loved the answer when he was asked about how he would get into that front three after them playing so well, and Abada scoring a hat-trick, Kyogo scoring a hat-trick at Tannadice. Oh, I'll just go and score 4. Not got a problem with that at all, that kind of attitude. Personality-wise, at least, I think he's going to be a real good fit for the squad. Footballing-wise, he comes with good pedigree as well. So a big thumbs up from me for Haksabanovic, a winger coming in, a winger leaving Celtic as well today. The news that Owen Moffat has completed his permanent move to Blackpool, signing a 3-year deal with an option of a 4th, initially joining their development squad. We wish him all the best going forward. Hopefully goes on to have a great career. Next, and sticking with teams who wear tangerine kits, we have Dundee United, who have parted company / sacked Jack Ross after that 9-0 demolition they suffered at the hands of Celtic on Sunday. Obviously, that's not the only factor. They'd been struggling badly going into the game, as we covered last week, but certainly no way back for Jack Ross after a 9-0 defeat. Only 7 games he got at Tannadice as well. So I would suggest not the last manager that is going to lose his job after a heavy defeat to Ange Postecoglou's Celtic. But no more Jack Ross at Dundee United at the moment. The referee for Saturday's derby against Rangers has been confirmed. It will be Nick Walsh, with Graham Stewart and Callum Spence assisting, and Stephen McLean as the 4th official. For tomorrow night, by the way, we are looking at Willie Collum with Alan Mulvaney and David Doig, new name, assisting, and Craig Napier on 4th official duties. And one final wee bit of kind of housekeeping is that our upcoming game against St Mirren, that was scheduled for Saturday the 17th of September, has now been moved to Sunday the 18th, and it will kick off at noon live on Sky Sports. This is what we've got in terms of the Premier Sports Cup this midweek. We're at the last 16 stage, 4 fixtures tonight, 4 tomorrow. Some tasty games in there. I'm biased, but I think our tie is certainly the best of the lot. Ange did meet media earlier today. It was quite a kind of hush press conference. It lasted, I think, about 8 minutes. It's on Celtic's YouTube. He gave team news. He said that everyone came through the weekend all right. Obviously, Joe Hart being the major talking point there. He has, unsurprisingly, had some stitches on the top of his head where he took that really sore boot from Stephen Fletcher in the opening couple of minutes, but he's certainly fine for tomorrow if selected. Georgios Giakoumakis is back fit as well. Ange did say that he will make changes tomorrow, but he stopped short at telling us how many exactly he would make. I think he's going to go for something like this tomorrow. Now, obviously, it's pretty difficult to predict when we know that changes are going to come, but I do think he'll continue with Joe Hart in goals. He doesn't tend to rest his keepers in cup competitions. He certainly didn't last season. Maybe Siegrist comes in, but I just think Joe Hart might continue there. Maybe the injury might play a role in that, though. A back four of Anthony Ralston, hooray, Karol Starfelt, Moritz Jens, or in whatever order. I'm assuming if those two played, it would be Jens on the right, as we've got in the graphic. And Greg Taylor continuing at left back. In midfield, I've gone for Aaron Moy at the base with David Turnbull and Rio Hatate in front. Liel Abada on the right. James Forrest on the left. And that beautiful, 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 amazing goal scorer, Georgios Giakoumakis up front. I feel that team is more than good enough to beat Ross County. I mean, of course it is, but it also allows the likes of McGregor, Kyogo, Jota, O'Reilly, Carter-Vickers, Maida and Juranovic to put their feet up at the start of the match anyway. And I think that would be a positive move. Maybe we'll get a look at Haksabanovic too. Maybe we'll get a further look at Bernabe, who came on at the weekend against Dundee United. He could start, who knows. But I think we're certainly going to see some changes tomorrow. And I've not really got a problem with that. I think rotation is necessary given that we're going into such a busy period, and even just our two fixtures immediately following the game tomorrow night are, well, immense, and they don't really come much bigger than those two. So I think change is necessary, but you would certainly hope that the team that Ange puts out is going to be able to get to the required level to beat Ross County. I think they will. I don't think we're at the stage now where you're kind of rotating the team and seeing a real negative drop-off. I mean, you could argue that losing out on star men like McGregor, Kyogo and Jota, if they don't start, will mean naturally that the team won't be quite as strong. But I just think there's an overall unity at the club at the moment, and even players who haven't seen much game time are going to be like racing out of the blocks tomorrow night to try and force their way into Ange's team for Rangers, for Real Madrid, for even Livingston after that. And I think that goes for the likes of Ralston, Giakoumakis, Aaron Moy, Abada. You know, there's numerous options there that haven't seen too much game time recently, but if they put in a big display tomorrow and help us to the next round, could force their way into Ange's plans. So it's kind of our first real test of the squad this season. Ange has said on numerous occasions that they've been putting in a lot of work over the summer to improving the squad, both in terms of bringing in players and in the way we've trained. And as I say, I think tomorrow's going to be a first real test of that. So interesting to see how it goes. It's a competition that has been really good to us over the years. We win it pretty much every year. It's the first trophy Ange won at Celtic. And he commented on that earlier, actually saying that it was a really important triumph for us last year. And it would be amazing to win it again. I mean, just looking at the finals alone, some of my favourite games ever supporting Celtic, beating Rangers that time, beating Hibs last season, games that will stick with me forever. So none of your Diddy Cup nonsense on this channel. I really want to see Celtic go through tomorrow into the hat for the next round, and we'll take it from there. So hopefully that's the case. We'll be back after the game tomorrow with the post-match reaction, and hopefully we're in the draw at that stage.